hand paints, and then the whole thing.
The people are hand painted?
No. She paints on the images,
It's in black and white.
then hand
Oh my
painted
God.
and manipulated on the computer, and then there's resin on top of everything. But bring your camera over here so you can see the text.
I like this about the school principal.
Yeah.
This
Worried
is the guy,
about getting complaints
the
from
Hungarian
students.
guy who's in love with his next door neighbor. Forgot to pay taxes in the last 10 years.
So this principal eats raisin muffins with vodka chasers in his office.
It's great. And this is Kim Foster, who runs this wonderful gallery. This is almost always our first stop in Chelsea. We just love this gallery. And would you hold this and just take a picture of the two of us together here? So we never do this here.
Why is that?
Because we're just to have.
Oh, I know why. We just celebrated our 49th anniversary.
Oh, that's really nice.
So it's great to be here in this building. We like this building too. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you.
Wonderful work here. Digging for pen and stuff. And since my sketchbook is about off the wall, great walls here in Chelsea. Doesn't take much to be really good. Here's the High Line. We're going to take a stroll up there. It's a new idea in New York City. They took an old railroad track elevated above this area and made it into a promenade. Only in New York. So here we are on the High Line. What an amazing thing they did in New York City.
Show the elevator.
And we found an elevator to come up. Most of the people came up by these high stairs, but it's still a lot of fun. And we're going to just take a little walk. It looks sort of interesting down that way, doesn't it?
Okay.
Let's take a walk down that way. And people are promenading. When you're down on the streets near the galleries, there's like nobody there. But there's a lot of people up here just bopping around, looking the place over.
And maybe using it to get from place to place.
Well, it's more fun walking here than it is anywhere else. Of course, then they don't get to see the galleries and stuff like that. But they're having fun.
Okay, so here are some steps.
And there's benches, sit, and all these plantings and whatnot. And this is a wonderful building here. Why don't you hold it and do something about me here for a second?
So people used to have private yards. Now they're quite public. So I guess you have to make sure you're dressed when you stand in front of a window, or not, depending on your preference. Oh, and there's Alan. You want to check out and see what kind of botanical specimens are here?
Yeah, it's a lot of good specimens here. Nice buildings, you can actually see them.
So the river is in this direction. Okay, so here we are continuing along and just observing the plantings. And it's interesting because what strikes me is what used to be very private for some people now is extremely public. And I think that they haven't realized what that's going to mean in the long run. But it is interesting. I'm bopping along, not very steady with the camera. Some pretty shishi patios that we're looking at right now.
So here we are at MoMA, and we just saw that the Kooning retrospective, which was pretty fantastic. But of course, Libby can't resist the Cy Twombly sculptures, and that's what we're here for. Cy Twombly sculptures right now. A little view from the balcony. Here they are. There's Libby, ready to really do some drawings of these Twombly sculptures, which we did see in Washington, D.C. many years ago, and they were quite amazing. He's been doing sculptures for so long, and has had very little recognition for them until now. But anyhow, oh, here's a fantastic art. Oh, it's Libby. Lo and behold, here's an Albert Bori, however he says his name. One of my favorite guys. Beautiful. I don't know who this is. Albert Bori, one of my favorites. I have him on my computer. So it's Sunday, and we're concluding our stay in New York City at the Guggenheim for this fellow Catalan who is a real anarchist in the world of art. But I respect what he's done. And this is just sort of a view from the ground up. It's all hanging from the ceiling. It's a quite disparate bunch of stuff, but he manages to make all kinds of objects.
It's all heavy shit, that's for sure.
Yes, unbelievable stuff.
There's a set table.
This is a guy who has done a couple very strange shows. He did one show where there was nothing in the gallery. People came and he was showing nothing. As last night Susan Spiegel said, it's a no-show. And then he did a show after Duchamp where he borrowed his friend's artwork and showed his friend's artwork at his show. So you gotta like this guy. So that's why we're here, I guess, because I like this kind of thinking.
All right.
Anyhow, Libby's here.
Hello.
I'm here.
Well, I just want to get kind of... So much for hanging dead horses.
So now we're at the Catalan exhibition on a mid-level.
Grocery cart.
A grocery cart. This is sort of an elongated grocery cart. Some major shopping.
8 feet long. And the Coke.
Unique.
Picasso? Picasso?
Yes, Picasso.
It's too light in there, isn't it?
Just whatever he feels like doing, he does. But he does it pretty well. These are very good.
There's the Hollywood sign.
Yeah, backwards.
It's shot from the rear.
This is probably the most interesting, at least to me, most aesthetic, I should say, of all the views of this show. I love this elephant and the multi-faces in back of it, and the back side of the Z. The back side of the Z is really painted a beautiful blue, which is very cool. The dogs are great. This dinosaur skeleton. Everybody's very taken with this. Oh my. I don't know what that's all about. John F. Kennedy. What? No, it's alright.